Okay, I'm with Dave Rags. Hello, Dave.
Hello, how you doing?
Dave and I got together about 12 hours ago, and we looked at a short 2-minute video about our giveaway. He's intrigued. He's got questions. He's a smart guy. He's confident he can sort this out if he's able to spend some time with me. So that's what this meeting is all about, and make sure that he gets all his questions answered. And let's see here. We want to also take some time to go ahead and start giving him some money. So we want him to start receiving some money today, while we're doing this and record it. Sound good, Dave?
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So first thing I want to do is I want to break down pool funding in its most basic understanding. Okay. So let me share my screen. I want you to understand pool funding, really, really clear. I want to grab. Let's see here. This is our website. I
Okay.
want to grab something off my desktop in the way. Got a lot of stuff going on here.
Mhm.
Okay, let me grab this here. That's what I want.
Oh,
Okay,
I
you
got a
should be
lot of
able to
stuff.
see that okay now, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, so pool funding, we have four different pools inside of our offer. Okay. And each pool, has like a daily flow, if you will. This is called cash flow. There's daily cash flow happening in each one of these pools. Our smallest one is the $1 pool. The next one is the $10 pool. And the next one is the $100 pool. And ultimately, everybody wants to be in the $1,000 pool. Okay. So
Yeah.
the way it works is you're going to bring in some people that will be working with you. We call them referrals. Okay. So,
Okay.
have you ever got any experience with any kind of digital money of any kind?
No, I haven't. Like Bitcoin stuff like that, you mean? Or
Yeah, but Bitcoin, for example.
no. I've always been intrigued by it, but like I never like had like you know what I mean? I don't like to jump into stuff that like I have no idea about.
Right.
So like yeah, but I've always been intrigued by it and
Okay.
wanted to know. Like
Well,
I heard like a lot of
you've heard of Bitcoin. Have you ever
Mhm.
heard of something called USDT or Tether? Does that ring a bell to you?
Oh no, I never heard of that. No.
Because that's a currency that I would say it's the world's most popular currency. Okay.
Okay.
The world's most popular currency in the sense that it is attached to the dollar. It's digital money. It is 100% backed by the US dollar. So one Tether coin or one USDT coin, one of those is always and forevermore worth an equal to one paper dollar. That makes sense. Doesn't matter what happens to the market. One for one. That's what a USDT is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So what happens is the people that created USDT, they keep in their vault enough dollars, real dollars, okay, to 100% back up the digital coins that are floating around all over the world, USDT.
Okay.
That's what we're using for cash flow. Okay. So we're using dollars for cash flow. Sound good?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. It's not too hard to go into digital dollars and not too hard to get out of digital dollars back into paper dollars. Okay, you can go back and forth, no problem. Very easy. We just have someone to show you how to do it, and I'd probably be the one that will show you how to do it. Okay. So when we're looking at this pool chart, This is based on cash flowing using USDT. Okay, I'm going a little slow. Just I want I don't because I don't want it to go so
Yeah, I got
fast that you don't get any. You just it's a hot mess in your head. Okay.
it.
So the way it works is we have 100% commission. Is the let me just I like to visualize here. I think I got an image for that too. Right. So this is all based on 100% commission. Have you ever earned 100% commission doing anything?
No.
Okay, this will be a first time for you, huh? How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right. You don't have to share. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So the way this works is you're gonna be involved in these polls, and you're gonna be doing you're gonna be doing daily we call it transactions. Okay. So you're gonna be doing a transaction every day. In the $1 pool, you're doing a $1 transaction. In the $10 pool, you're doing a $10 transaction, so on and so on. Okay. Every day. And then what
Okay.
happens is your referrals are also doing transactions every day in these pools. And as they do that, what they pay goes 100% to you. So none of it comes to me first as the creator founder of Pool Funding and then to you. It actually goes from their wallet directly into your wallet. It never needs to come into my wallet ever. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
there's no
I see.
waiting to get paid. There's no having to make a special request to get your commission. You instantly automatically get paid the moment someone does the transaction. You're getting paid in that exact same moment. All the time, every day
Okay.
is 365, 365 days out of the year. Okay. How's that
Okay.
sound?
Sounds good for sure.
Yeah. So if you had four referrals that you were sending a dollar to, that were sending a dollar to you, then you would be sending out $1 yourself to stay what we call active. In order to be active, you need to do one transaction a day. Each pool's got you got one a day. So to stay active, you're doing $1 a day here. Okay. Now I'm just
Mhm.
giving you the nuts and bolts of pool funding. I want you to understand it, but then we're going to swing back to the giveaway because the cool part about this is you get started with our money instead of yours. How's that sound?
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that was the next question or one of my
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah. So I just want you to understand the nuts and bolts. All right, so
Okay.
you're sitting on $1 a day, okay, and that keeps
Mhm.
you active. And of course, I would be your sponsor in that case, so I would receive the dollar. Makes sense, okay? And your four referrals would send you $1 a day, so you're collecting $4 a day, sending one out. That leaves a positive cash flow of $3 every day. That makes sense there?
Yeah. Hmm.
Moving on to $10 out of zero. Now it's $30 a day in positive cash flow. Not bad, right?
Hmm.
Going into the $100 pool, okay, with the same four referrals, the same people. These aren't different people. The same four referrals, right? As you scale up here, the same four referrals are sending you $100 each every day, and you are keeping 300 of that to go in your pocket to pay your bills, your personal life. You got three kids to take care of after all. You got bills. So that what's left over is yours to use as you wish. It's your commission. Okay.
Okay.
And you get paid every day, so you don't have to worry about waiting for a paycheck because every day is a payday. Okay. you know so pretty
Okay.
cool on the cash flow side of things. And ultimately you scale into the $1,000 pool. Now do the math. If you're getting $3,000 a day, how much would that be monthly?
Man, 30,000.
Well, you got to go three times three. Okay.
9.
Nine, right? So 90,000.
Oh, 90,000. Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 3 times 3, yeah.
Yeah, so 3,000 a day times 30 days. That'd
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
$90,000 monthly. Okay. And the crazy part
Uh-huh.
about the whole thing is that once everything's all operating properly, you're not spending any more than maybe 2 minutes of your time daily so that you can collect $90,000 monthly. How's that sound?
Yeah, great.
Okay. Time freedom and financial freedom all in one package. Okay. Everything based on
Yeah.
equity, not debt. Okay. So, There you go. That's pool funding in a nutshell. So it can explain in a simple poster like that. Pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the way the 777 is going to work is we're gonna get you started in the first three pools, and I'll provide the 111 today, and then we're gonna click, 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 and then I'll get the 111 right back. It's 100% commission. It's instant. I get it right back, and then the light bulb should go off like, wow. Well, it's like what have I lost if I got it right back within a minute or two, right?
Yeah.
No sweat off my back. But here's the difference. The difference is that residually, every time we do this every day, you're going to be accumulating pool funding coin. Okay. So you're going to get $111 of pool funding coin every time we do this activity every day. And we're going to
Okay.
do it for 7 days, no problem. That's 777. So 111 times 7 days. That's
Mm-hmm.
$777 that we're going to do this activity. The activity will leave a residual $111 of our coins in your possession. How's that sound?
Okay. That sounds great.
Yeah. So that's how it works. And then they're going to sit in what we call an account, and that account will mature in 90 days. So then it will go from the account directly. You don't have to do anything special. It'll just automatically go from your account over to your wallet automatically. And once it goes into your wallet, you do have the power at that point. You have power to, it's in the market. You know what I'm saying? Buy, sell, whatever, swap, trade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But we're gonna tell you to resist that because we don't want you to sacrifice your inheritance. Okay, because we want you to sit on it for a bit, right? Because equities, we want them to go up in value. We don't want to prematurely sell. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So even though it
Mm-hmm.
will be in your power to do that, if you work with us, you'll end up getting like 10 times that. So imagine what will happen, in that 2-minute video, it said, we'll give you 777. We're going to put that to work for you. We're going to prove that our system works. That's what's cool about us because most business opportunities, they claim to be great. You know what I'm saying? But why do they always want you to pay for it? If it's so great, why don't they just offer you the money like what we're doing, right? And just prove that it works. So we're actually going to be putting our money where our mouth is and say, we'll use our own money to prove to you that it's going to work for you. That's
Okay.
completely different than everyone else. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
That's how confident we are in what we're doing. And we've matured to the point where we can afford to do a giveaway. We didn't start this way, but starting in the beginning of April, that's of this year, we've shifted into this giveaway. Before that, we'd say, okay, come up with $111 on your first day, and then we'll go from there. But now it's like, look, um, we could do this as a giveaway. It takes all the resistance away from community growth because now you don't have the barrier of selling. A giveaway is not something you sell. It's something you offer and they either receive it or they don't. Like they're ready to receive or they're not ready to receive, you know? You don't really have to sell someone on it, do you? Right? So that's the difference. And so we're kind of moved from having to sell something to just, saying, here, we want to give this to you. We're in that transition month right now, the month of April. All right. So you're gonna end up getting coin. The coin's gonna take about 90 days in your account to mature. And during that time, we fully, fully, fully expect it to go triple in value on the market. Okay. Without you doing a thing. You don't have to be a
Okay.
trader. You don't have to learn trading, right? You could be completely ignorant about trading. You don't even have to know anything about crypto or anything. You could be completely ignorant, but automatically the market is going to do what the market's going to do, right? And we fully
Mm-hmm.
expect, based on everything that we're doing, we expect the value of these coins to, in the next 90 days to triple in value. So now you don't have
Okay.
$777 anymore. Guess what you have? You got $2,300 slamming into
Okay.
your hand, on your phone there, your wallet that's on your phone, okay, or on your laptop, okay, after 90 days. That's better than
Okay.
777, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And with a little discipline on your part, we're going to say sit on that for about a year because we want to position you to be a co-founder. It takes about a year for us to fully vet you as a co-founder. Once you've been fully vetted, then we'll give you an additional bonus. Okay. And just on that original 777 that turned into 2,300, we're going to give you a 10x bonus. And that 10x bonus, if you go 10 times 2,300, that's 23,000. So in addition to the 2,300 you got, you're going to get another 23,000 on top of that. And all
Okay.
tied back to money that was just given to you.
Yeah.
How about
Okay.
that for a system?
Yeah. I see where you're going with it.
Okay, pretty exciting, right? All right, so does this raise any concern, doubts, issues, or anything like that? Or are you tracking with me?
Oh, I'm tracking with you for sure.
Okay, all right, good deal. All right, so yeah, that's good. So let's go into showing you what it looks like here.
Okay.
This thing gets in the way. All right, so this is what you call a MetaMask wallet right here. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so this I have I run money through here. I got different tokens. I got a little echo there for some reason. All right, so we got BNB, PFB, PFG, PFI, PFS. Those are our pool funding coins, okay? And then Tether, you see I got some Tether here, okay? See that? So that's the wallet. We're gonna get you set up with the wallet. This is third party. We're not we didn't create MetaMask. That's, a big giant corporation, been around for a while, highly trusted, third party, okay? To what we're doing. We use their system and it's free. It's like a free application. Okay. So we'll set you up with that. Takes only about 1 minute to, get that done. Okay.
Okay.
And then let's take a look at our coins here. So like if we take the one for the $1 pool, the value of that one right now is $3,640 per coin right now. How's that sound?
Okay. Yeah.
Per coin. For
Yeah.
for the for the $10 pool, that's PFB. And PFB right now, the value of each coin is about 15,707. And the value of our $100 coin which is PFS. By the way, it's iron, bronze, silver, and gold. Okay, so S is for silver for the $100 pool, $17,096. And then for the gold, um, currently about $1,730 per coin. Okay. How about
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Everything's real. It's in the market, and everything's public as far as like, your wallet is third party. And since you don't know anything about crypto, you're brand new to it, you know what I'm saying? Um, you're going to get a tiny bit of an education on how that world works, but it's got layers to it, right? Like you can go long
Yeah.
time and learn everything, but you don't need to know how the engine works in a car in order to go around, drive it around town, do you?
Yeah. Hmm.
You just need to know how to start it and drive, right? So,
Yeah.
so we'll teach you that much. We'll teach you how to, use crypto, but all the mechanics and everything, you'll go as deep as you're interested in as far as, the world of crypto. But we are going into a blockchain world, everything appears to be tying that direction, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
And I love it. I've actually enjoyed using cryptocurrencies now for well over 10 years personally. So every time I fly or pay for a hotel, I actually do that in Bitcoin.
Oh wow.
I pay for my air flights and my hotel stay 100% with Bitcoin. So instead of
I didn't
whipping
even,
out a credit card, I'm paying with Bitcoin. Okay.
yeah.
That's
That was
that's
the
how I pay
thing.
for it. What's that?
I didn't even know that was a thing, or that you could
Yeah.
do that.
Oh yeah, you can use Bitcoin all over the place. So and that's the whole point of a currency is to use it like, to pay for products and services. That's the whole point of it. Even though um, even Bitcoin hasn't fully matured. It's actually moved more in the direction of becoming a an asset that's worth trading in the market. You know what I'm saying? More than it's become what it's supposed to be, like a currency where people use it to. But if you go to El Salvador basically said, we accept Bitcoin as, money. So the country of El Salvador is using Bitcoin if you want to buy a taco, pay for it with Bitcoin down there in El Salvador. Okay, that's happening. So that Bitcoin, the kind of the beginning of what you call cryptocurrency. USDT is what you call stable coin. It doesn't go up and down like Bitcoin. Okay, and that's how you're getting paid commissions. And then you are accumulating as we do these transactions every day. You are accumulating our pool funding coins, which is like having equity that's got the potential of going up, which it will go up. And you're holding value instead of obligation. You have no obligation, you have nothing to pay back, you have no one to worry, no one's gonna knocking on your door, right?
Yeah.
None of that concern at all. Okay. Oh, can you put that away? I'm in a meeting right now.
I'm meeting right now.
I'm sorry. Someone just brought me some ribs. Looks good. Just maybe lock it up in the microwave. Yeah, put it inside there so the cats don't get it. All right. Looking forward to that. Ribs.
Nice.
All right. So okay. So now we've talked about a couple of different things. Bitcoin, USDT, pool funding coins. All of those are
Mhm.
crypto. All of them are digital. Everything's instant. Not like the banks where you got a wire transfer and you got to wait a week or two for money to move from here to there. The crypto world is instant. You click that send button on your device and it shows up over here like that. Okay?
Okay.
That's what
Mhm.
makes it valuable is that it's just a better way to do business, if you will. Because it's fast and easy and the cost is so small. I mean, like I think I looked at a $1 billion transaction, 1 billion, a single, $1 billion of Bitcoin was moved from here to there, and I think the transaction fee was ridiculously small, like $100
Oh wow.
to move a billion from here
Yeah.
to there, $1 billion from this country to that country, $1 billion. It was on the news. I saw it on the news, and they were talking about it. Like, if you were trying to do that with the banking system, do you think it would only cost $100?
No, not at all.
Okay. You see why the world is heading in this direction, why it's going digital, right? Same reason why music went digital, right? Music went digital, right? We don't buy the CDs
Yeah.
anymore, do we? Or the cassette tapes. We don't do that anymore. We just
Yeah.
download, right? So that's just the direction we're going anyway. So I'm ready for some of your questions at this point because I can start getting you some money here. But before we do that, I want to make sure that there's nothing rattling around in your head that's like, itch or doubt or concern. I want to address everything that might be there, if there is anything.
Not really. It's just like I'm just trying to figure out how like structure wise, like how the role that I play, like how like everything is gonna work. So like you want me to sign up for the or do the 777 program and
Yeah.
then after that, just follow up like every day. Is that how it usually works?
Yeah. So what happens on day 8 will depend on what you did during the first 7 days. Okay. That was a great question because what we want you to do is help us build the community.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you need to bring us at least one person to receive our giveaway within that 7 days. Now, if you
Okay.
do that, we'll give you a sweetener. How does $3,000 a month sound?
Sounds good.
Bring us one person and we'll set you up to get 3,000 a month. Good deal?
Okay. So
Okay.
then how's that so then how's that work? Is that like going to like Bitcoin
No,
or
no. Well, you'll never have to touch Bitcoin. everything's going to be done inside MetaMask, and it's basically all the USDT. So you don't worry. It's very little money ever will come out of your pocket. Like in the course of turning you into a millionaire, if you had to pull $1,000 out of your pocket in along the way to make it happen, that would have been like excessive. You know what I'm saying? Because we're
Okay.
leveraging the equity side of things. Okay. So
Okay.
you don't have to borrow anything. You don't have to do anything, take any unnecessary risk. So we're demonstrating this through the giveaway. We want what we want from you to be part of our system is help us develop and be a part of exponential growth because we want this idea to spread.
Okay.
Okay. And the fact that
Mhm.
you've got a sales background, this would be a no-brainer for you. You got
Yeah.
skill, right? So you're coming in with some confidence and skill. So
Hmm.
you're head and shoulders above most of our people that come in and you join us at this point, right?
Okay.
The fact that you work with me directly, because not everybody is going to be, right now I've only got two people that I personally have signed up. You would be number three. I don't know why that triggered the balloons, but you know, the software on the Zoom threw some balloons up there for some reason. But yeah, I so far what I've been doing is I've been working with people and their people and then those people's people and those people's people. That's what I've been doing for for the last year and a half. And I haven't like, start building my team out wide, you're kind of the beginning of that. So me working with
Okay.
you is me now starting to stretch out and say, okay, I'm gonna go wider now. I started with two, now I'm gonna get three, four, five, and so on. But the people that work directly with me, they can't help but succeed,
Okay.
because I am the source of full funding. I am the
Yeah.
creator. I am the founder. And you have direct contact and daily contact, and your needs are never, you're never wanting. So, um, what I want from you in return is I like to have a protege. I'll be honest with you. That's really what I'm looking for. I want someone who will, understand that we can go at different speed. Okay. We can turn you into a millionaire in a year. That's slow. We can turn you into a millionaire in 6 months. That's medium. Okay. We can turn you into a millionaire in 90 days. That's fast. Okay. Which speed do you want to go?
I mean, honestly, the fastest speed, obviously.
Well,
So
you say so, but that means more intensity. That means you have to bring more to the table in a short period of time, right?
it's more.
So so what you're bringing to the table is you got to study, and you got to build a team. So what I'd like you to do is build a team of 10 people, okay? If you have a
Mhm.
team of 10 people, everything balances perfectly, okay? And at that point, uh, you're kind of a shot caller, if you will, okay? Most people are going to join pool funding and they're only going to bring in one, two, three people ever, right? And that's fine. They can get cash flow from that, but they're not going to be shot callers. That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right. But I like to turn you into a shot caller because you only need 10 people to say, I'll receive the gift, and we get them started. And then now we have basically like, it's like 10 branches, kind of like if you were a franchise, you got a branch here and a branch over there and a branch over here, you got 10 of them, right? That's better
Hmm.
than just like one shop,
Okay.
So that'll position you. It perfectly balances at 10. Um, and everything works out fine for everyone because there's a combination of people that, it's, some people that don't and some people that do, and it works out. Everybody wins. That's the beauty of community. So not everybody has to
Okay.
get 10 in order for this to work. If as long as the person gets one, they're in a position to accumulate full funding coin ongoing.
Okay.
Okay. If they get none, then they got $777, which is going to turn into probably $2,300 in 90 days, and that's great, right? And it's in their
Okay.
possession after 90 days. Yeah, that's if they got zero, right? If you get
Hmm.
two, you're going to have positive cash flow because anything above one, because it's 100% commission, right? So you have a cost every day, and then the one person below you meets that cost for you, right? It's like a pass through, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pass through up all the way up. And so that's what one would do for you. Two, you capture cash flow. So you have a pass through happening here, but the second person paying you, that's your money. You keep that. You pay your bills with it. Make sense? Three, four,
Yeah.
five, and onward, you're capturing cash flow.
Okay.
Seems like it's clicking. You're a pretty smart guy, huh?
Yeah, it's clicking. I got one question
Sure.
because I have people that like I think that I can definitely get to sign up. So what's the sign up process like?
It's easy. So we're going to do it today. So let me show you what
Okay.
it looks like. Okay. I'm going to share your
Okay.
screen. So some of it's kind of confidential because you're going to have passwords and stuff like that. And I don't want to put that on video. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to
Okay.
do a little bit of that off camera. But
Would they have to put in personal information in or
no, nothing. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Okay. So here's my account page. Okay.
Mhm.
So like this is what you call the $100 pool. So we're in the $100 pool here, right?
Mhm.
And according to this, it says funds sent. So I've taken $100 and I have put $100 into this every day for 144 days. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now I've
Mhm.
accumulated this much coin. That's the PFS coin. So I've accumulated that there, right? And currently the
Mhm.
value of that, of what I've accumulated already, is about $13,000 in the market value right at this moment. That makes sense.
Yes.
So spent this, got this, and actually technically I got this, which this right here is increasing in value. And then anything over 90 days it goes into distribution. Okay, so here's all the receipts here for just the coins distributed. So I received all this. So I've already received in my MetaMask, I've already received this much coin, and at the current market value right this moment, that's about 6,500. Does that make sense? That's just two referrals.
Hmm.
The two referrals, I have cash flowed $21,400 from those two referrals. How's that sound? In
Yeah.
144
Wow.
days, right? Not bad, right?
Mhm.
Same thing in the $10 pool. Okay. You can see kind of similar numbers going on here. And the $1 pool. Those are the pools that are open right now. We have a coin for the $1,000 pool, but we haven't opened up the pool yet. We're going to do that soon. Okay. That's the
Mhm.
$1 pool. Okay. And you just have a profile, okay, basic information, okay, name, email, Telegram, Facebook, WhatsApp, what country you're in. All right. And then we've got right here is a link. You see right here my referral link? See that?
Mhm.
Let me copy it.
Yeah.
I'm going to click on the clipboard. Okay. And let me show you what you're going to fill out. Okay. It takes about 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay. So this is my ID here. I'm your sponsor. So you're going to put a username, email, full name, password, and it'll pick your country automatically. You know what I'm saying? It'll know where you're at. Click on the I agree and register. Like 1 minute, man. That's it. And then we'll
Wow.
get you set up with MetaMask. So MetaMask. Okay. And then They've changed the website a little bit. Well, that's funky. He's doing some, wants to dance. Okay. All right. Trying to move here. Now they've changed it a little bit here. View MetaMask web. This is really different. Well, anyway, we basically want to get the Chrome. So view MetaMask web. What is that? New things happening all the time. Anyway, so yeah, this is new.
Okay.
Um, but we'll figure it out. Basically, you just download the MetaMask extension. We'll Google MetaMask Chrome extension, and it'll give us the proper link. So that was their main website, you know. So normally there's
Oh,
like
okay.
a button you click on and for downloading. And it literally just takes about 90 seconds to download the MetaMask, and then
Okay.
it's on your you're on a laptop right now.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. And is that like a Microsoft Windows, or is that like an Apple?
Apple.
Oh, me too, man. I'm on a PowerBook. Okay. So you just get the the Chrome extension for MetaMask, and then it sits right in the little corner there for you, and then it's really easy to use. Once we have that, then I put some money in your wallet, okay? And then you go to our website and click, and it comes right back to me. And then that's what we're gonna do. That's the plan.
Okay.
Pretty straightforward,
Okay.
right? No catches.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
All right. Any final questions before I turn the recording on? Because I don't want to record, the part where you're, setting up your stuff with passwords and all
Yeah.
that.
No, no, I think that's it. It's just that after so then after I get set up is then when I so for the people that I recruit, like say like for instance, like could I recruit like my wife?
You can. Yeah, no problem.
Wondering that.
We prefer that they be adults and that they use their own device to do their own
Oh yeah.
transactions instead of you managing everybody's account for them. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, I got you.
Uh-huh. You can do any
Okay.
adult. You can have your own
Okay.
pack. Yeah. No
Okay.
problem keeping it in the family. No problem.
Well, I have a few
So
like
we
my
do.
brother, he would probably be interested in that, and then like my brother-in-law. But then I have a few friends too that I think that I could probably get on board for sure.
I have a high degree of confidence you're going to do well. Maybe we can get those first 10 people in the first couple of weeks. And if you do that, you'll be all set to be a massive shot caller in the community.
How fast is like how fast is like the money scale kind of? I know I have to like let it sit in there and just let it like sit in there and wait. That's not a problem. But like I was just wondering.
See, there's two parts to this, okay? Wealth creation happens with the equity side, with the coin values going up and up, right? That just
Mhm.
happens regardless of what you do, okay? That's happening over here. You're accumulating coin, right? In the daily activity, the 2 minute activity, 2 minute daily activity allows you to accumulate coin, okay? You can also go to the
Mhm.
market and purchase additional coin to accelerate it. So you could do that if you want to. You don't have to, but that's
Okay.
an offer, okay? And
Okay.
so that's wealth creation. But on the other hand, what you're after is cash flow. Cash flow is going to pay your bills. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
USDT. Okay. That's not PF coin. Okay. So all that happens over here. And you'll see once we do this the first day, after we've done the $111 back and forth, you're like, boom. Yeah. Simple. USDT. And then you're going to be cash flowing in USDT, which is easily converted back to paper dollars.
Okay.
And that's how you
All
cash
right.
flow. And then once you have 90,000 of those coming in every month, you're a millionaire. And then we get your
Okay.
income up to $90,000 a month in 3 or 4 months, right? That'd be pretty fast, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That would be
Hmm.
90,000 a month in USDT cash flow. So it's a cash flow machine leveraging the opportunity to participate in wealth creation. right? So we're
Hmm.
cash flowing the opportunity to accumulate wealth, right? The
Okay.
service that, the reason we're getting paid is we have wealth creation happening over here, right? So
Hmm.
that's why you're getting paid because we have coin that's real, and we're developing a
Yeah.
marketplace for the coin and artificial intelligence projects and all kinds of other stuff. We're a technology company, and so that's ultimately we're creating an economy, right? Just like Amazon might be considered its own economy, if you look at it as a micro economy itself, right? It's cross border. We'd be like Amazon, with our products and services. But to my knowledge, Amazon doesn't have their own currency yet, right? That could change,
Yeah.
but they don't have that yet, right? So that's the difference. So I'm excited.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
excited about bringing, when you start talking about bringing family in, it means you're really excited about this. So that's what that tells me. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So let's go ahead and get you started then. Let me go ahead and end the recording here. You go ahead and say bye to yourself because you're probably the only one watching this at this point.